Hello everyone, I welcome to you my channel 10 minutes philosophy, and in this part we'll be seeing Rene Descartes theory, or you can say what he talks about method of doubt and what were the deductions which he got by doubting everything. In the last video we saw how Descartes goes telling more about doubting, like never accept anything true unless it is clearly known as such. Then he says divide each difficulty into many parts as possible, then start with the simplest and ascend step by step to more complex, and in every step there should be enumeration which should be complete and nothing should be omitted. These things we saw in the last video. Continuing with that background, we start with method of doubt. Basically he believes that single certain truth can be symmetrically sought by universal and deliberative doubting. Like when he process of doubt, when he thinks, like when doubt is pushed to its farthest limit, it will reveal something which is indoubtable and clearly perceived. डाउट इतना करो कि एक सीमा तक पहुंच जाओ कि अब इसके आगे कुछ डाउट नहीं हो सकता है, तब जाके तुम्हें कोई चीज़ क्लियरली दिखेगी कि ओके, इस पे आने के बाद हमें ये पता चल रहा है. लाइक so we can start doubting by sense testimony. It can be doubted, and that is like thing in daily life, chair, table, etc. You must be thinking chair, table are my favorite examples, but to be very honest, when you read the original text, these are the only examples which are presented over there. So I feel the same examples to be taken whenever you are studying it. It becomes very easy. Second, he said the state of dreaming can also be doubted. The dream conjecture. In the Plato, we read about conjectural knowledge, which is like in a dream and dream state. That can also be doubted. Then he says the truth of science can also be doubted. The truths which we get in science, that those can also be doubted. Like there might be a demon who tricks or deceives in a falsehood, which is like 2 plus 2 is 4, may be doubted. Why 2 plus 2 is not 5? Okay, so he believes of a evil demon conjecture. Descartes say, I may doubt anything, but I cannot doubt that I'm doubting. मैं डाउट हर चीज़ पे कर सकता हूँ, बट मैं ये नहीं सोच सकता कि मैं डाउट कर रहा हूँ तो डाउट करना ही अपने आप एक डाउट है, ये कोई नहीं कर सकता. राइट, वेदर इट इज़ लाइक ड्रीम वॉकिंग और कॉन्शियसनेस, इट कैन बी एनीथिंग. यू कैन डाउट दैट यू आर डाउटिंग. ओके, and for him, I must exist as a doubting or thinking being. If I'm doubting, then I'm a thinking being, right? There is a demon to deceive, but I must exist as a thinking being to be deceived. If someone is deceiving me, then I should be existing. If I'm existing, then I'm doubting, right? And that cannot be deceived. Your existence cannot be deceived. So just as a running is not possible without a runner, similarly, thinking is not possible without thinker. But doubt in Descartes is the starting point of his philosophy and not its conclusion, basically. He actually starts from doubting in order to achieve truth that are beyond doubt. The foregoing account of method of doubt appears to prove finally that only doubt is real existent, since without it can there be no doubter. If you are doubting, there has to be a doubter, and if there is a doubter, you are anyhow giving an idea that there is some existence. It is a form that points that Descartes starts his search for inviolable truths, right? Once the existence of doubt has been established, the next question would be then what is doubt? If you say that it is now we can say there is an existing person, then everyone will ask what is doubt, right? So doubt is a thought, and therefore the existence of thought cannot be doubted, since such a thought which entertains doubt in the existence of thought would itself be a thought, and if thought is not accepted, it would it would lose its meaning only. Okay, your doubter, there is a doubt. How you cannot doubt the particular idea of doubt? That will lead to fallacies. So doubt or thought can exist only if there is a someone to doubt or to think. Hence the need for a thinker. It gives you a need for a thinker. Descartes thus comes to the conclusion that doubt implies through thought, and this in turn implies the presence of self. So after having all these things into brain, he says he come to a not a conclusion, but he says there are particular lines to be kept in the mind. Those: I doubt, therefore I exist. Okay, if I am doubting, that means I am existing, and if I am thinking, then I am, because thinking needs a thinker, and thinker, it's one who is thinking. So I am thinking and I am the thinker. I am doubting, I am existing, because doubting needs someone who is doubting particular thing. You're getting my point? I doubt, therefore I exist. I think, therefore I am. And in his language, he says Cogito ergo sum. Cogito ergo sum. This is the particular very famous phrase from Descartes. Okay. But problem arises when one certain truth which may be taken as the foundation of Descartes' philosophy. Like, there are certain implication points in this dictum. First of all, what happens is, when Descartes tries to establish, it is not interference or deduction, but a simple fact of self-evident axiom. In this dictum, therefore means relation of necessary connection. Okay, certainty of cogito is clear and distinct. Nothing else could be pursued or intuited with such certainty. Right? And one more thing which should be pointed out, that cogito ergo sum means that my consciousness is that means of revealing myself as something existing. Okay, my consciousness is revealing myself as something existing. It is my consciousness which carries with it the existence of myself. When we are talking about the existence and consciousness, this is the particular point which we should look on. And no other function apart from the conscious function can guarantee the existence of the self. Consciousness है तभी तुम्हारा existence है. तुम conscious हो तभी तो तुम्हें पता चल रहा है कि तुम existent हो. तो इसलिए consciousness ही guarantee देती है कि तुम्हारा existence of self है. Right? And in cogito, I know that I am, but I do not know I am. In this content, or that which constitutes the self is not known. Hence we cannot say that my body is myself or not. You cannot say it is mine only. The doubter needs doubting needs a doubter, but you cannot say that doubter is me. You're getting my point, right? What think is a substance. That which thinks is a substance. I hope this much is clear. So, cogito occupies strategic position in philosophy of Descartes. It supplies its own evidences of clearance and distinctness. It is not deduced, but it is intuitively induced. We go to next part, that is deduction. It is very deductive, as all other element of this philosophy gradually follows from the simple truth, that is cogito, and the major deductions are as follows. Basically, there are deductions which took place in this philosophy. So first we'll talk about mind-body dualism. So according to Descartes, beyond God there are two separate and distinct substances, and reality has dual nature. On one hand, it is a material substance whose essential attribute is extension, while on the other hand is the mind whose essential attribute is thought. I just want you to comment down what this sentence means, and if you understand this sentence, you are seriously going to rock. Essential attribute of the body is extension, and essential attribute of mind is thought. This is very much famous for Descartes. And second, he goes for external world. Like Descartes find that he knows for certain that God will not deceive the thinking mind. Okay, so hence the external world which is there, that is existent. Now both the deduction had one thing in common, that is God. So first deduction, if we started doing, it is about the God, the existence of God. What do you think, that existence of God has something in relation of this? Yes, there is. Like when we talk about external world, when we talk about the thinking, there is something that we should be aware of. The argument of the God which Descartes puts forward. And by this methods of the doubt, Descartes reaches to the conclusion that one cannot doubt the existence of doubt. So doubt is the function of thinking, and for it occur, there must be a thinker, right? Thus, I doubt, therefore I am. Having established the existence of soul, Descartes goes on himself with proving the reality of God. Like in the absence of knowledge of God, there is no possibility of actual knowledge of any object, because it is only by accepting the existence of God that it can be proved that what we believe to be true is not an illusion. So Descartes divides this idea in three kinds. It is like adventitious ideas are imposed on mind, form, without. They are not clear and distinct, right? Fallacious ideas are created by the mind conjectures of idea. These are created by the imaginations. You can say, yeah, imagination. Then they are also not clear. But innate ideas are clear and distinct. They are implanted in the mind by God at the time of the birth. So there are arguments to prove God, what Descartes talks about. So we will be seeing the arguments of the God in next subsequent videos, like what are the arguments by which Descartes establishes the notion of God. We'll be seeing in the next or next to next video. And this was all deductions and method of doubt. I hope you have understood all the things. Please let me know by your comments, and stay tuned for the next videos. Thank you. Bye. Stay safe, stay healthy. Bye bye.